Hello everyone, Scotty here from Blue Coconut Family and welcome back to City Skylines. Today we're going to be looking at continuing building our city in this tutorial world which we've done. Last time we came here we introduced the trams. Meh. Today we're going to be looking at more kind of, it's still transport but it's going to be more kind of manual transport. So we're going to be looking at paths. I don't know why I kept the suspense there because you can read it in the title. And if you are in this video, it means you already clicked this video, meaning you already read the title, so you know it's paths. So today we're going to be looking at paths. So why are paths useful in City Skylines? So let's have a think. In your real city at home, in the real world, you don't always drive everywhere. You know, if something's just down your road, you're not going to drive there. You're going to walk. Now, if you think about it, if the road behind yours has something on it that you want to go to, if there's no way to get there, you have to drive there. So you have to get in your car, drive around the roads and get there. But if there's a path link between the two, you walk. So that's what City Skylines has got coded into it. It has the ability to allow people to, if they want to walk and there's the access for them to walk, they will. So let me show you an example. So here we have this road going down here which is all residential on it, and then here we got our shops. Okay, so let's say this person here in the Holly residence wants to go to this shop here, the Giga store. Now in physical distance they back onto each other, but in terms of them trying to get there, they have to go round here down to the end of this road, come down here, go up here, and then they're there. Now that's a long way. Now we could make a path here that will allow them to walk to the store. And also what it does do is it takes away one car from a road, meaning that later in the game your whole transport, when you get lots of cars, lots of people traveling around the city, gets better. There's less cars on the road, which is what you're looking for. Okay, so let's show you where the paths are. So to get to your paths, you come to the little spade icon in landscaping, which sounds really weird. I don't know why they put it in landscaping. And you get three types. You got a gravel path, you got a bicycle path or a cycle path, and you get your pavement path. So there's different types. So these two are pretty much the same. The other than cost, they are pretty much the same. So here we go. We can read: gravel paths allow pedestrians to walk fast and easy to where cars cannot go. Paved paths are nicer to walk on than gravel, offer access to pedestrians. So apart from they look nicer, there's not really much different. So what I've done in the past is, if you're building a small little village, maybe a farming community, you wouldn't use a pavement path because you wouldn't find a pavement path in the real world. You would find a gravel path. So you'd do gravel paths to connect it across. And as you can see in a little picture there, they've used it to make it look like it's a park, which looks really nice. Whereas these is what you see often connecting across down back alleys and stuff and like this. Bicycle paths. Paved paths are good for bicycling. Only bikes are allowed on these paths. So these are bikes only. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're not going to do this one now, but we might come back to that one. We're going to do pavement paths. Okay. Now in my experience, bikes can go down these. So you can see there, even though that was really close to these buildings, it did not interfere and didn't have to destroy it. Quite often you get a gap down the middle which is just wide enough for the path to go down. So I'm actually going to connect this up here and I'm going to have it come down here. So you don't connect it off the thing, you can do, but quite often that doesn't work. You build it from just slightly off, it will automatically connect, and then you click, and then if it does that you can simply just find a point where it will click onto. Sometimes it does that where it doesn't fully automatically connect, and it will. So you can see there already we've got people walking down these bits. So you can see, there you go, there's somebody. Where are they going? I can't click on them. Traveling too far. But you can see people are already using it, so you can see that that has been a great investment. And it also allows people to go from here to here as well. So what about if people want to get here to here? So let's build another path, okay? So you can see here there's not many So the gaps between the buildings are pretty small. So sometimes you do have to make sacrifices. So for this, I'm actually going to sacrifice a small little building in the corner, just like so, which just fits. There you go. It's going to come across here and down. Oh, we might have to sacrifice a little bit more. So sorry guys, I'm going to sacrifice you. So sometimes you do have to sacrifice some of your buildings to allow these paths to go in. Another thing I'm going to do is across here. So that's lovely. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to sacrifice this building here, like that. So it allows people to get to the high school and across there, which is beautiful. So now let's find another spot. I want to connect these up. So actually this is a good spot. So we can see here that this is already technically a path. So people use this to get to the taxi depot, or the taxi rank. And then I'm going to go across here, down the back of here, and I'm going to actually go down and sacrifice that building to allow access. They have access, they have access. Where else is kind of like a dead end road where they don't have access? I think that's kind of it. I might actually, in all of these, just sacrifice a path down the middle, just like so. Also allows access to the underground there. So people can walk around to get to the path. And we're going to go across here. Let's go across to there. So we can see there we've got lovely paths going all the way through the city. And yeah, like I said, sacrifices do have to be made, but you know, quite frankly, if you destroy a house to remove a car from the road, that's good by me. That's fine by me. I'm happy to do that. Lots of people are already using these. Now, let's go on for bicycle paths. So these are for bikes only. So these are often good to connect longer distances. So what do I mean by that? So let's say people work over here. Now, that's good. So there's people who work over in the industrial area. Okay, so at the moment now, it's only really a couple ways of getting there. Yeah, you can take a taxi. There's a bus route over here, I believe. I think. No, I never made a bus route over here. Strange. Unless I never actually... No? Okay, fine, I never made a bus route over here. So at the moment, pretty much the only way to get over here is to drive or get a taxi. Which, of course, you can see that people are driving. So, people might like to cycle to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a cycle route. Now, because it's cycles, you can make them longer distances and they work nicer. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an entry point into the cycle network. And we're going to create a backbone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a whole backbone starting from over here. And I'm actually going to have it in this sort of mode just so it looks nicer. So we can have like a country cycle path just going along here. Just going to all the people who are going to be going to work. Going this way because it's going to go into later. And it's actually going to connect into the corner. It's just like so. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect up in little points. So here's going to have something. And then maybe over here. And then we're going to have to go over the railway. If that's okay. So we come over the railway like that. Just like so. And then we connect it into this bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to have, let's say we're going to have one here. Okay. Let's have it from there. So we don't have to get rid of too much. Over the railway. And we're going to have it come down there. And also people use these to connect to get to different parts of the city. Let's have one coming out of this little house. Like that. Lovely. And let's go for one or two more. Let's go for one here. So sometimes the distance is too short, but that's okay. That one is okay. Like that. We just create okay, two more. Okay, one off the back here. So we had to make a sacrifice of that house. That's okay. Just a little bridge over thing. And the final one, which is going to come in to over here. And we're going to see how many people start using this to cycle to work. Can we see anybody on it here so far? No one at the moment. But I'll show you another trick just to help people start using the cycle paths comes in form of a government grant as such. Okay. So at the moment there's not a lot of happening on the psychopaths, but that's okay. So what you can do is if you come down into policies, this one, what you can do, see here is if you come into city planning, there is an encourage biking. Encourage biking. What it do? Tick that. What it does, let's have a little read. When this policy is active, most systems prefer to bike over motor vehicles, so it means that people prefer to have bikes. Now, of course, if you don't have a backbone of bikes, and you can even have cycle paths on roads, you can have dedicated cycle parks, dedicated cycle lanes rather than tram lanes in the road. It will allow people to actually get around your city, and it means that people will prefer to use that and feel safe doing that. So if you don't have the infrastructure for people to want to bike, they won't. So there you go. There's somebody. Where are you going? So I'm assuming you're going to go right and you're going to go to work. Let's see. There you go. So somebody off to work. So we're going to speed up time, see how many people we get. Oh, yeah, where are you going? There you go, up there. There you go. Getting quite a few people now. So, here you can see that people are starting to use my psychopaths, and people are using the paths which interconnect between things. So these paths here do allow bikes as well. They're not just fit people only, it's very important to know. So, I think that's pretty much it. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out my other videos in my City Skylines playlist, and yeah, check out any other videos on my channel which you might like. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Alright, bye!